Hello, everybody. It's Sharma Patel, and I hope all of you guys are having a blessed day so far. And as you guys can see by the title, right, I just wanted to give you guys this message today that God will always come through for you no matter what. And what I want to do here is I want to share this story here. This was a couple days ago. This was a couple days ago, by the way, as well. And it was the school day when I wasn't feeling good, right? It was the school day when I wasn't feeling good. So at the beginning of this school day, this was a couple days ago. At the beginning of the school day, right, I was feeling pretty good, and stuff as well. So I was feeling pretty good. But then in the next couple periods in that same day, because at the beginning of that day, I wasn't, I was feeling pretty good. But it was like towards the end of the day, where just I started to just feel a little bit. I didn't feel too well. I started to not feel too well at like the end of the periods. Like later in the school day, I started not to feel too well as well too, right? And I remember too that same day, right, was going to be my first day, right, of track tryouts, right? That was going to be my first day of track tryouts, right? And what I was planning to do on that same day, right, was to go to track tryouts, right? That was the thing I was, mainly that was the thing. That was really the plan too, right? On that day after school was to go to track tryouts because I wanted to do track this year. And I wasn't feeling well. Even though I wasn't feeling well, I still chose to go to track tryouts, which wasn't a good idea. So fast forward, the other school ends up coming to our school. So basically, it's this other school that has some sports, but they don't have like some other sports, so they come to our school, right, for those sports. Like for example, this one school, they don't have a football team, right? Like this school, they don't have a football team, right? But my school does, and that school comes to our school for the football team. It's the same thing with track, right? And basically, fast forward, they're at our school. Some of the people who want to do track from that school, they come to our school for track, and the people at my school who want to do track, they're already at our school. And basically what we're doing is we're basically doing the basically what we're doing is the warm-ups. Basically we're just getting ready, and even coach has somebody just demonstrate some of the routines that we're going to be doing, right? He got somebody who's on the who was at track tryouts to just demonstrate the workouts that we're going to be doing, right? And we end up doing those exercises and stuff. We did a lot of exercises, and a lot of definitely a lot of leg exercises as well too. And we practice running. I even versed some people too in running as well too. And keep in note that I still wasn't feeling good, by the way, as well. But I was still at track practice. I was still racing other people, because we were basically racing other people. They wanted to see how we were running, okay, so they can get like a good idea of who's going to be coming this Friday, because this Friday there's a track meet. This Friday there's a track meet, and the thing is too is that unless your name is on the list, you can't go to that track meet. So unless your name is on the list to go to that track meet, you can't go, right? And basically they had us do these exercises, and they had us verse, other people in running, right? And even too, we like ran around the halls in the school as well too. It's just something that we did as well, since it's winter, so we're doing indoor track. But basically, we were doing a lot of these routines, right, so that the coaches can get a good idea of who will be coming this Friday. Even too, on that day as well too, right, coach said that they don't know who is going to go, right? So that's why coach had us do all those exercises, right, so that he could basically find out who will be going this Friday, right? Coach said that whose ever name is not on that list, right, they can't go, right? They're only taking people, right, to those track meets, right, who are on the list, right? And a track meet is basically where your team, you go to a track meet and you meet other schools who run track. You basically like verse their other schools and stuff. So we're doing a lot of these routines. We're doing a lot of these runs and stuff as well. And at the end of it as well too, at the end of it, it was this last thing that we were doing. It was basically reversing, like just people on who were at the trials. We were just versing each other as well. I ran like 3 times against somebody, um, and I had one more race to do, right? Right, I had one more race to do. But I remember after that third race, just my stomach wasn't feeling good. And note that even too, right? Even in school, I wasn't feeling good. Like even in school hours, I wasn't feeling good. So even too after all this training, like my stomach, I wasn't feeling too well, right? And we had like one more race to do as well too, because we were racing in the halls, and basically coach he would like time us as well to see like what our how fast we get to the end. So coach would be at the end of the hall, and we would have to be at this one end of the hall, and we would basically verse somebody who never got there to the end first, basically won, and coach basically would say their time as well too. So it's basically just like competitive. Basically, you got to get to the other side, right, where the other coach was, so that you know you basically won at that point. If you got to the coach, you got past the coach before the other person, before the other person got there. I remember after that third race, I wasn't feeling too well, and I had one more race to go, but I couldn't do that because I wasn't feeling too well. And basically, too, um, I end up um, I end up walking, right, and I see my coach, and my coach is coming up to me as well too, and the coach wanted me to like jog around and stuff and come back to the same area where we were in and stuff as well. But I was telling coach like I didn't feel too good, and coach responded as well too. And I remember too, even before, um, you know, even to yeah, I said that to my coach, and even to I tried to, even though I wasn't feeling too good, I still tried to, try to run around the hall and come back to where we were, but I couldn't do it because I just wasn't feeling too good. And basically, what I end up doing is I just end up going into the locker room, and I'm just like praying to God, because that day I took my bike to school, right? That day I took my bike to school, and I was feeling sick, right? So that was the thing too. I was feeling sick, right? Like I was feeling a little sick. I wasn't feeling too well, and plus my bike, right? My bike. I drove my bike to school that day as well, right? And what I was doing, I was just praying to God in the locker room, just like, for God to make me better, for God to make me better, and for me to get home safe, right? Because since I wasn't feeling too well, like I was really hoping that I would get home safe, right? Since I wasn't feeling too good, like it almost felt like I was going to throw up as well. But what I did is I changed into my clothes and stuff as well too. I changed into my clothes. I got my hoodie on, packed up my things and stuff as well too. And dabbed up some of my friends and stuff as well too. Said bye to couple to them as well too. Talked to some of my coaches too, even before I left as well. And basically, what I'm doing is now I'm coming out of the school, and walk out of the school as well, and it's dark outside, right? So by the time I get out of practice, by the time I got out of that practice, it was like dark, right? By the time I got out of that practice, it was like 5:04 or something as well too. So I got out of practice a little bit earlier, right? There was like a couple like minutes left for practice, but I just got out there a couple minutes early since I wasn't feeling good. So basically what I'm doing is I'm walking outside, and it's pretty cold outside as well. And I'm praying to God, that God, and basically what I'm doing is I'm praying to God for God to make me feel better, because I didn't feel too well. And what I go to do is I go to unlock my bike. So I'm walking to where my bike is, where I locked it up, and basically I go there where my bike is, right? And what I'm doing is I get my key out of my bag to unlock my bike, and as I'm unlocking it, I see like this car coming into the lot, right? Basically just coming into where the parking lot is, and I was near this parking lot, but I was on the grass near the sidewalk. So I'm seeing this car pull in, right? But I didn't really think too much of it, to be honest. I wasn't like thinking too much about it as well. What I was just doing is just focus on unlocking my bike so I can get home, since I wasn't feeling too good, right? And basically what I did is I got my stuff. I got my stuff, unlocked my bike. I was getting my stuff in my book bag as well. And I noticed that that car was my friend's car, right? I noticed that that car was my friend's car. And I remember praying to God for myself to get home safely, right? And I say my friend's name, which is, Jacob as well too. I say my friend's name as well. I basically scream it out as well too. And I don't think he heard me because he was like blasting this like music up pretty high. But I remember too, I saw his car, which was pretty cool. So basically what I did is I got my bike as well, and basically what I'm doing is I'm riding my bike and stuff as well too, and about to turn out of the school as well. But then I see my friend, it like turns around and he's leaving the school now. So basically what I was doing, and here's the thing too, I don't know why my friend came there, because he wasn't picking anybody up, right? He didn't come there for anybody, he didn't pick anybody up, because I didn't see anybody come in the car, but he drove in the school. And that's something like I'm thinking about as well too. Like he didn't come there to pick anybody up or anything as well. So basically what I did is I'm riding my bike, and as I see he's coming back up, I was gonna drive on the street, but what I did is I went on the grass instead. And I'm driving my bike, and my friend is, driving his car, and he moves up and he slows down and he sees me and stuff as well. And yeah, that was my friend, and my other friend was in there as well. And basically I was talking to my friends and stuff as well too. And I had my bike there as well too. And I was just telling them, that I got off a track practice. And keep in mind that I wasn't feeling good. Like my stomach was not feeling good at all. Like I was feeling pretty sick as well. But then my friend Jacob tells me to get in the car as well. Jacob, he offered me a ride, right? Which was a blessing from God, right? Because like riding the bike, and like the way I was feeling, riding the bike would not have been a good idea. And I was praying to God for myself to get home. And right when I'm about to leave out, right when I'm about to leave to go home, as I'm leaving to go home, my friend, pulls up to where I am, right? He pulls up to where I am, and and they're talking to me, and he offers me a ride as well. And basically too, they helped me to get the bike in the trunk as well. So they get my bike and they put it in the trunk as well too. And I was just telling them how I was feeling sick and how I was at track practice as well too, as well. And I get in the car, they get in the car, they were just playing some good music as well, and I was just talking to them. It was really fun. And it was good. We were having a good conversation as well too, playing some good music. Then they took me home as well too, and I got home safely as well. And then once we got to my house as well too, they helped me to get the bike out of their trunk as well too, and I say bye to my friends as well too, and just thanking them, for like helping me get home. And these last 2 days I haven't been to school, because really I just been taking this time to just really heal, right? Because I had a cold, right? I had a cold, and I was really just taking this time to just really just heal, right? I'm going to school tomorrow, right? But really I was just taking these last 3 days to heal from the sickness that I had. But with that story just reminded me too, like just as I'm about to leave the school, right? My friend shows up and offers me a ride, even though I wasn't feeling too good, right? As well too, and I wasn't feeling good. Keep that in mind. I wasn't feeling good, right? And I'm riding my bike, and as I'm leaving, right, to go to my house, my friend pulls up, right, and they're talking to me, and they offer me a ride, because the way I was feeling, it definitely would not have been safe to ride the bike all the way to my house, because just the way I was feeling, right? And two, I don't know the reason why my friends came to the school, because they didn't pick anybody up as well too, right? But what is so amazing about this is that they, as I was leaving, right, they stopped the car and they were talking to me and they offered me a ride, right? And I don't know why they came to the school. And by the way, it was nighttime, and I don't know why they came to the school, but the timing is just crazy, and that was definitely God right there. God came through, and I remember praying to God, right, even before going outside, and even when I was inside the school, and even when I was outside the school, I was praying to God for that I would be better, and that that I would get home safely. And my friends end up coming to get me a ride, and I don't even know the reason why they came to the school in the first place, because I didn't call them to pick me up, and they didn't come to the school to pick anybody up. So I don't know why the reason why they came to school, but I know that was definitely God. And basically too, something I can learn, and even something that I can teach you guys, even in this story, is that God always comes through. Isaiah 41 verses 10. I will strengthen you, right? I will help you and uphold you with my righteous hand, right? God is so amazing, and he came through for me, right? He came through for me, and I was feeling sick, and I was planning on riding my bike home, but I ended up meeting with my friends, and they offered me a ride. That was God right there, and the timing was crazy. The timing was crazy. As I was about to go home, my friends stopped, and they're having a conversation with me, and they end up offering me a ride. And that was all God right there. And what I learned, that even in a situation like that, God can make a way. God can make a way throughout everything. And even if you're praying for something, right? Even if you're praying for something, right? Even when you're praying for something, right, and God hasn't moved yet, right? Don't think that he is moving slow, right? No, he's moving intentional. He's moving with mindfulness. He's moving with purpose. He's building something beautiful step by step and day by day, right? I love this verse. Psalm 37 verses 4 says, wait on the Lord and be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. So trust in God's plan, because remember, he has plans, right? Not to harm you, but to give you a prospering future, right? Jeremiah 29:11. So I just want to remind you guys that God always comes through for you. Even if he doesn't come through for you right at the second when you want him to, that doesn't mean he's not going to come through, right? Just because he hasn't come through for you now, right? God, you need to trust in God's timing. All right, you need to trust in God's timing. He might not come through for you at this second, right? You might be praying for something, he might not give it to you at this second, but trust in his timing, because God knows when to give you what you need, right? That thing you've been praying for, God knows the exact time when to give it to you, right? God has so many amazing things in store, and you need to trust in God's timing, right? Trust in the Lord with all your heart, learn not to your own understanding. Proverbs 3 verses 5 through 6. Even it's a scripture in Proverbs. It says that iron sharpens iron, and as iron sharpens iron, so another man sharpens another. And this is like the importance of having godly friends, because godly friends, they always will have your back, and they will inspire you, right? And they will fuel you, right? And they will uplift you, they will encourage you, they will exalt you, right? They will exhort you, right? They will guide you, right? They will teach you, right? They won't condemn you, right? But they will help you grow, right? So that's like, it's very important to have godly friends, right? Godly friends who build you, right? It's good to have friends who build you, right? Not people who bring you down, right? And like my godly friends, they helped me, right? And these friends that I have are a gift from God, and they're blessings from God. And it's very amazing too. Like God sent my friends to help me, when I wasn't feeling well, right? Because that day it was nighttime, it was cold, I wasn't feeling well, and God ends up sending my friends to help me, and they gave me a ride, and I got home safely. It's things like that, man, it's just like God is just good in all things, man. He's good in all things, and like God is good in all things. And I love this verse too, Ephesians 5:20. It says that give thanks to the Father in all things, in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, right? Even in all these things, right? Give thanks to the Father. And like, if it wasn't for God sending my friends, man, I probably wouldn't have made it. I probably wouldn't have made it if it wasn't for God sending my friends to give me a ride home, right? Because I was sick, and it was cold as well, and it was nighttime as well too, right? But it just that just really just shows me, man, just like that God will always come through for you no matter what. He will always come through for you no matter what. Even in the hardest moments, trust God. Even in the hardest moments, trust God. And I'm going to encourage you guys, to trust in God. And no matter what you're going through, God can get you through it. No matter what you're going through, God can get you through it. And I just wanted this to be a reminder for you guys to thank God daily and to trust in him. And even when he does not move instantly in your life, trust that he is building something beautiful day by day and step by step. He's not moving slow, but he's moving intentional. He's moving with mindfulness, and he's moving with purpose. You may not understand what God is doing now, but you will later, right? You need to trust in God. Even when God doesn't move instantly in your life, that's when faith comes in, right? Have faith in all things. Thank God in all things. If God still hasn't given you the thing that you've been praying for yet, thank him for what you have now, right? And pray to God that God will help you to become the type of person, not just to receive that blessing, but to be able to have the character to maintain it and the wisdom to multiply it. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. and I hope that you guys have had a blessed day as well too, right? And by the way too, I'm feeling better as well too. I'm feeling way better than I did the last couple of days. I'm feeling way better now. All praise to God as well. But thank you guys so much, guys, for watching today's video. I'm Seth Patel, and I'm out. Peace.